I think the team's going to notice a huge difference between the space we were in before and the new D-Lab space. The space that we're in right now is actually a very nice corporate space. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for innovation. We actually don't even know if people are here or beside us that are working.
I would say pretty much your standard corporate cubicle farm.
Everybody's kind of confined to their own little space.
We often don't see people outside of our individual functional team, so sometimes it can feel a little siloed.
We all have our little cube apartments, and going to talk to somebody else is basically going down the hallway and see what they're doing up at their place.
I think there's a lot of buzz going on right now within the organization about this new space. A lot of people are excited in terms of like what it is, what it represents, what it could be.
We're happy to say that we have all the approvals in, so we're moving forward, which is very exciting. We have a team coming in to do the electrical work. What they're doing is they're actually removing the floor panels. What they have to do is actually set up the power boxes in certain places just based on our floor layout. So where we're going to have all of the workstations and the projectors and the power that we need in the living room and the conference rooms. I was surprised at how much space there actually is below the floor. I mean, you're talking, 3-4 feet below where we'll actually be walking, where all of these wires and the guts of, our power and cables, they're all below. The workers are now spackling the walls. This is something that they have to do so we have nice clean walls before they actually start to paint. We're putting up color samples. We've selected some grays, some blacks, some chalkboard paint, and some blues for the space. We've selected a darker gray in the larger conference room because we wanted to complement the tack board that we're putting up in that space. And the rest of the space will either have white or D-Lab blue. We're installing the carpet. We have 5 different carpet tiles that we're actually putting in the space. In the open area, we have 2 different types of patterns that we're putting in. And then for each conference room, it'll have its different style with the different patterns on the carpet. We're building out the kitchen, so we're actually doing something a little bit larger. They'll be bringing in the appliances and building out the cabinetry, as well as the backsplash mosaic tiles. We're setting up the technology. All of the TVs and projectors are being installed. All of the components for all of the cables and wiring. Everything that we need to be set up for our servers are actually going to be done underneath the floor panels. When we were laying out the carpet in the large conference room, we found that there was a large air duct underneath the conference room that supplies the entire first floor with air conditioning. We had to bring in a team to redirect the air appropriately. And what that meant was we had to rip out the carpet that had already been laid in the conference room, as well as outside the space. We're meeting with a plant specialist. He is actually going to come out and we're going to walk through the space first because I want him to get an idea of where we should put the plants. Some are large or small. If we could have some on some of our rolling file cabinets or storage areas. I think that would spruce up the place and just make it feel nice and natural. We're moving in the furniture and Tangram's assembling all of the custom components. So the workstations and the screens and the mobile whiteboards. Every wall or surface is going to be usable. This is really exciting because this was one of the goals we wanted to bring from the space, to show really what D-Lab represents and have all of these work settings come together as one.
think a lot of the graphics that we've been doing for D-Lab are going to be pasted on the walls, and, just little footnotes at the bottom of pillars and such. But I think the bigger thing about branding is it's not just about having logos and graphics around the place. It's more just the concept of this open floor plan that really represents our brand. Like innovation, the lab, being collaborative, actually liking your teammates and having fun.
The culture is a culture of tinkerers and problem solvers and people that are wanting to try new things.
We kind of get new technology first, and we're able to experiment with how it's going to work within not only DirecTV, but for our customers in the future.
And we are the punk rockers of the organization, aiming to be aggressively modern.
Our strengths complement each other, but we also help each other grow.
I think from a development perspective, just working on things really iteratively and having someone next to you, a teammate, and actually, rapidly building stuff out. When you're sitting there working together, you can bounce ideas back and forth.
Although there are meeting rooms, the flexibility of being able to push desks together and everyone to kind of converge on an idea and knock an idea out, I think is going to be an amazing step forward in our process.
There's a flow, there's connectivity, there's collaboration, yet you kind of are in your own cluster, and that's what's nice about it.
The new space isn't just a place for us to work, but is actually going to be used as a venue for outside events, bringing other teams in to explore what we're doing and ways for us to kind of move and work with them.
That means that it is this organic, flexible, transformative space. We're going to be having events like monthly learning workshops. We'll have speaker series. We're going to be doing hackathons. We'll be coordinating and collaborating with IT and engineering. We'll also be doing service design jams, as well as our open house. This is something we want to do every quarter and invite the entire company to come out and check out our space and also check out what we're doing and who we're partnering with. Not only is this great for D-Lab as a prototype for the company, but it's also something for DirecTV to look at in terms of its culture moving forward. And that's what we're hoping to do, to have everyone over here and collaborate within the space and see how possibly this could be something that they could utilize within their culture or within their teams as well. I'm really excited to see where this can take DirecTV.